7:46, welcome back, everybody. I don't know if you've ever thought about donating a kidney, but we have a couple people here with us this morning who could use that sort of help. Matter of fact, in a bad way. My friend Craig Dunbar is here. Craig, how are you?
Well, holding in there. We're on the right side of the grass today. So
Attaboy, yeah, that's right. Bobbie-Lynn Burton is here. And you also need
yes, I do.
Need a transplant. You need a kidney.
I need a kidney. Yeah.
You need somebody's kidney.
Yes.
And you both came about, having problems with your kidneys in different ways, right? But now you're both on campaigns. I know Kidney4Craig is one that I've identified with.
Right. Yeah.
What's your campaign called?
Bobbie-Lynn's Journey to Find a Kidney.
Right. How long have you been looking?
I've been on dialysis for 6 years. When I first started dialysis, I was looking then, and then I started on dialysis again. But this campaign started over a week ago when I started having access problems.
Right, right. And by access problems, you mean what?
Basically that I only have temporary access right now, and there's an issue that I cannot have a permanent access at the moment.
Right.
So the temporary access is only for a few months,
yeah.
And there's a risk of infection and all that.
Right, right. You're in the same boat, brother.
Yeah, we're both in the same boat, so kind of different things, but in the same boat. So Bobbie-Lynn had a fistula access in her arm, which went bad on her a few weeks ago, and she has a temporary access now, a catheter. I have a fistula that's failing. I had catheters in the past, an arterial catheter for the dialysis machine to access my bloodstream. So once this wears out, we both have no more upper body accesses left after our current accesses wear out. So the next step for us is accesses into our femoral arteries, and that's a temporary thing and causes a lot of complications.
That's dangerous
High
business.
risk for infection, problems even bathing or wearing clothes properly.
What does it take for someone to become a donor? I know it's not an easy process. Otherwise, I seem to think you would have a kidney by now.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so basically they have to test blood types, make sure it matches, as well as antibody levels, so then we won't reject the kidney. And then there's a whole other step of testing to make sure the donor is healthy.
So the donor has to be not only willing, but it has to work from a medical perspective.
Yeah.
To allow any donated kidney, right?
Yeah, the donor has to be healthy. They won't compromise the donor's health for the sake of the recipient.
No.
The way it's set up...
Nor would you, I'm sure.
No, absolutely not.
Right.
If somebody comes forward for me, the last thing I'd want is for them to get ill as a side effect of that or as a result. So the way they have it set up at the Ottawa Hospital is it's double blind. So there's donor coordinators who work on behalf of the donors who are their advocates. Then we have the recipient coordinator on the other side of the equation who works with us and is our advocate, so that our people don't get attached. And there's no potential then of complication of people thinking, oh, but Bobbie-Lynn's a great girl or Craig's a great guy. We really need to get him a kidney, and this person's tests are borderline, so let's go ahead and take it. So that they absolutely will not compromise the donor's health.
Have you had people step forward, the two of you, to try and come up with a match?
We have through the campaign. We've had a number of people step forward. Now, one of the problems is we both have high antibody levels, and Bobbie-Lynn, you're at?
I'm at 32%.
32% antibody level from blood transfusions previously.
Yep.
Right.
I had a deceased donor transplant that didn't take and went septic on me 3 years ago, had to be removed. So as a result of that, I'm at 98% antibody levels. So just to play the numbers, if I find...
Do they come down?
The antibodies that I have, they don't go away. So even some that go dormant, there's a risk of them coming back and attacking a donor organ if it has those antibodies. So as a precaution, they won't have a donor organ with any antibodies that I've been exposed to.
So does that make it more difficult for you to find a kidney match?
Absolutely. Well, just to play the numbers, if I have 100 people tested, 2 theoretically would be a match, and then they'd have to go through the screening process to check their own health to see if they're potential donors or if they're candidates.
How do people step forward to volunteer? I'm sure there are people out there who might want to give this a go.
Yeah, well, hopefully, yeah. So they can go to either one of our Facebook pages or my Kidney4Craig website that my family set up.
Yeah.
There's information there on the donor contacts, or they can contact the Ottawa Hospital and ask to speak with the living organ donor coordinators.
Yeah. We're talking about life or death here for both of you. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's I guess one of the misconceptions about kidney disease is people think it's an inconvenience because we all look fine. I mean, look at the two of us today, but both of us did dialysis 8 hours overnight last night. So we had 8 hours of kidney function. We're fresh off that, but later today we'll both be quite tired and bagged. And if we were to stop dialysis, it would be a few days for either one of us. And you can't go a week without dialysis.
We're out of time, you guys, but listen, I want to thank you for sharing your story, and I hope things work out for you. I hope there are people out there who are willing to at least give it a try. And people can function normally with one healthy kidney. There's no problem there. So, you know, it's up to the individual in the end, but I hope things work out.
Okay.
I really do. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you, Kurt.